Currently located in the Louvre in Paris, France, this painting is called the Coronation of Napoleon, painted by Jacques-Louis David in 1807. As the official painter of Napoleon, David painted many paintings that were commissioned by him. Similar to many of his other works, this painting was formed with the neoclassical style. Depicted in the work is the coronation of Napoleon I at Notre Dame in Paris. In the image, Napoleon is about to place the crown on top of Josephine's head as she kneels on a pillow. This event would have been one of extreme importance to Napoleon and the people of the day, evidenced by the large crowd present to witness the occasion. So, we can probably think of a coronation as a very high-minded event taking place. Based on this information and what we know about Napoleon himself, this painting practically exudes power. Both the high-mindedness and power as themes of this painting are signs of neoclassicism. The original intent for this painting was to depict Napoleon crowning himself rather than Josephine. This change served to paint Napoleon as less of an authoritarian figure in favor of a more noble approach. When looking at all the people in the crowd, there's literally nobody smiling at all. Actually, they look rather solemn, as this is a serious occasion, adding to the idea of power, in this case through expression. Additionally, Napoleon is distinguished from all the other people by literally being the center of attention. All eyes in the room look like they're turned towards him and the crown he's holding, giving a very linear orientation, a traditional characteristic of the neoclassical period. If you were still unsure of who the protagonists in the painting are supposed to be, the faint beam of light that seems to shine on Napoleon and Josephine is a good indicator. Similar to classical representations, use of light to highlight important aspects of paintings have been a common occurrence. The use of light here makes it appear as if the heavens approve of this crowning ceremony, and the two of them are almost divine as a result. In the foreground, there are three dignitaries observing the proceedings, each holding symbols of power. On the left is the eagle-topped scepter, which goes back to Roman times. The eagle evolved from the Roman standard and has continued to be repurposed as a symbol of power and unification in many different cultures ever since. The second dignitary, in the middle, is holding the hand of justice. Also seen as a symbol of imperial power, this can be seen many times in different paintings where the subjects are ones who hold power. The final dignitary on the right is holding the globus cruciger. This item is an orb with a cross placed on top of it. This has been used as a symbol for Christianity for many years to signify the religion's dominance over the world. Since then, it has been repurposed to represent the power one has over the world. By having the globus cruciger in the painting, David is telling everyone of the power Napoleon has over the known world. Even Jacques-Louis David himself, who was present on the day, paints himself in a stoic manner in the stands. This follows the trend that painters of the time, both before neoclassicism and after, were making use of, by showing the increasing role that the artists played in their own paintings and the growing significance of the artist's role in society. At the coronation, the Pope, pictured to the right of Napoleon, was supposed to bless the ceremony and place the crown upon Napoleon's head, and subsequently Josephine's as well. However, before he could do so, Napoleon took the crown and placed it on his own head and then Josephine's. This painting gives a representation of when Napoleon took the power for himself from the Pope and the Catholic Church. Ultimately, this was seen as a public humiliation for the Pope and the Church. Putting a little more context into the image itself, it is huge. As it stands in the Louvre, the painting is a massive 10 meters long by 6 meters tall. Size equals power, so a larger painting would have translated to more power on the part of Napoleon. This also tells us that this was considered to be a very important event back then, and Napoleon wanted his people and the rest of the world to take note of it. Additionally, it also served to humiliate the Catholic Church more so, since the embarrassment was broadcasted on such a larger scale. I don't think that last message is conveyed to present-day viewers without being put into context for them, but they are able to recognize the power represented through this image by how massive it is. Now that I've had the opportunity to learn more about the coronation of Napoleon, I am better able to contextually understand reasons for why David chose to paint it the way he did. If I were to go to the Louvre now and see the painting, I would have a much greater appreciation for the high-minded ideals that David and Napoleon wanted to assert through the painting. Here are my sources, and thank you for watching.